Okay, Putra, good morning all. Lastly, we discussed about something related to the flow chart. I will show that one. Okay, if you remember, we discussed about how to find the what the area of the rectangle. No? I think you remember the procedure of the flow chart. According to that one, we will go move forward. Okay, so you can see in the flow chart as last day I said they are having a starting process. Okay, they are having a starting process, and according to that one, they are having some several output input process, and we have to find the rectangle. If there are iska, what should do there? If they are having iska, the both sides are equal. So according to that one, you can take what the area of the iska, one side, uh, multiply by same length. Okay, and if it is rectangle, both sides are not equal. If the both sides opposite, only opposite sides are equal, you can take it that one as what? Rectangle. Like that one, you can think about is that one rectangle or square. Okay, you can find the things there. Okay, rectangle and the square. Okay, and next thing I'll tell about. I wanted to hear some here mention what are the procedures. Okay, and what are the functions and other thing. Okay. So according to that one, first of all, we have to know about what are the identifiers and the subroutines. Okay, you should be aware with what are the identifier and what are the subroutines there. Okay, like that one, you should be know here. Okay, what are the identifiers and what should be the subroutines, like that. Okay, so in the identifiers, what should be there? And subroutine, what should be there? That's the today part. Okay. Okay, we will discuss about that one. So before that one, we will write the topic for today. Subroutines, functions. Right there. Here the topic. Subroutines, functions, and procedures. Okay. Write the topic today. Subroutine, functions, and procedures. Okay. Okay. So first of all, what are subroutine? What are the function and what should be the procedure? Okay, there are two types of subroutine that calling functions and procedures. Okay, first of all, you should be know about what are the functions, and secondly, you should be know about what are the procedures. Okay, there are two types of subroutine that's called functions and the procedures, and nextly, you should be know how to compare and contrast the differentiation between the function and the procedures. Okay, first of all, write down this one. There are two types of subroutines. Right there. This part you can write with me. There are two types of subroutine. There are two types of subroutines: function and procedures. There are two types of subroutines: functions and procedures. Okay, there are two types that call functions and procedures. Okay, there are two types of subroutine. You can what divide into two parts as a subroutine. That call it one is function, the other one is what procedure. Okay, there are two types. One is function, other one is procedure. Okay, first of all, we should be know about what is a function. Okay. On a subtopic, we will write through that one. Okay. Okay. Next is Starbuck asterisk mark. Right there. The functions and procedure. First of all, we will write about function. Okay. Actually, function is what? We will go with these words. The function is subroutine that return the value. Right there. A function is actually a subroutine that return a value. There should be return a value. A function should be what? Return a value. So a function is a subroutine that returns a value. Right there. A function is subroutine that return a value. A function is subroutine that returns a value. Okay, that's a subroutine. That's returns a value. It can be return a value. Okay, a function is subroutine that return a value. Okay, what is the returning a value? A returning a value means that function send a value back to the program that call it. Okay, actually returning a value, no need to write that one. Returning a value means that function send a value back. That's a function. Okay, here the function. There should be a function. Actually, return back means the function can be what? Returning a value. Send back a value. That program can be called it. Okay? No need to write that down. Actually, the function is called by using a command word. What is that? To call a function means running a code in a function. We normally calling what? A function send value back into the program that called it. There's a word call. Call means actually what? A call means function can be what? Running a code in the function. The call a function means running a code in the function. Like that. Okay. So write down that part. New paragraph. Okay. Right there. Same point. The function is called by using its command word. Right there. The function is called by using its command word. Okay. The function is called by using its command word. Okay, command word. Called by its command words. So to call a function, right there, to call a function, actually what is the to call a function means? Call a function means run in the code in the function. Right there. To call a function means run in the code in the function. Right there. To call a function means run in the code in the functions. That is one. The function is called by using command word. Okay. Actually, function is called by its command word. That's calling to call a function. So to call a function means can be running a code in the function. Okay, right there. Actually, what can we do? What can we do? Actually, the main program jumps to the function and runs the code within the function. Okay, that main program can be jumps into the function and again, what? It can be jumps, runs the code within the function. It can be runs the code within the function. Clear? Like that one. Okay, we will see. with the code in there. Okay, don't worry. The function identify which value should be sent back to the program that call it what using a command word, something like return. This is important. This is important part. Okay, just write this part. Okay, next asterisk mark, this star mark, the right. The function identifies which value should be sent back the program. Okay? The function identify which value should be sent back to the program that call it. Actually, what is it? The function identify which value should be sent back to the program. Okay, function can be identified which value should be sent back to the program. That's called what? The main program. That actually using command word something like return. Okay, actually return means the main program that can be used return value. Can be used for returning some value. Okay. The function identify which value should be sent back to the program that call the main program. Okay. Using that command, actually that word, they are using the word of return. Okay. Just right there. Just write them right. Okay. So should be you should be know about these two. There are some complexity. What is the function? Okay. Don't worry. Okay. Now, for example, uh, if you asking what is the answer for 20 multiplied by 20? What is the answer for 20 multiplied by 20? 20 multiplied by 20, the answer will be 4,000. So there's a function. There's a function. Function is what? 20 multiplied by 20. By this function, we should be called the answer of 20 multiplied by 20. We use the keyword return to get this answer, get the function. Actually, what should be written? It should be written 4,400. Okay. Function is actually what? Function, this 20 multiple by 20. So finally should be return this function value. Should be 400. Okay. We can use a keyword called return for call the function like that. Okay, don't worry. So there should be have something like main program. In my main program, there should be have code. They are having some call functions. Okay. Finally, you can get the answer. You can return value. You can return value using the what keywords, the answer actually. Okay. What is the function there? Function actually the maths question 20 to 20. What is the maths question? 20 to 20. Actually, 20 into 20 should be 400. 20 into 20 should be 400. The answer is 400. So it should be tell in the main program. It should be called in the main program. Should be called what? 400. Answer 400. Is that clear? It should be finally it should be running the program for what? Answer 400. Okay. So just write down this one. Just write down like this. Like this. Main. Just write this. Main program. Write like this. Main program to return answer. Answer of 20 into 20. Write the topic like this. Main program to return answer 20 into 20. And after that, write down these two boxes. Okay. Write down these two boxes. Main program, this box, and the function, this box. Both of that. Okay. Write down both of these two boxes. Main program and the function. Both of that. Okay, right. I will give some time. Okay, actually, what is the meaning of that? They are having a code. Code to run in the function. Call function. What is a call function? Should be they are having a function. The maths question. What is a maths question? 20 to 20. Finally, there should be given the answer. Answer should be 20 to 20, 400. That 400 should be the answer. Okay, these are the code, main program. The function should be what? Maths question. There should be what? 20 to 20. Actually, 20 to 20 should be what? 400. So answer should be 400. It should be telling the main program. That's other things. Clear? That should be the main things. Okay. So write down these two boxes, the function and the main program. Within the main program, there should be running the function. Okay. Within the main program, there should be running the function. We will see what are the codes for them. Okay. We will see what are the code for them later on. Okay. I give some time. Write down this one. Write this one. Okay, write both boxes. Okay, main program and the function also. Write down both. You should be know about what is the main program. Okay. So main program, there should be include code, call function, and the say statement. When you think about function, there should be maths and the question. What is the maths question? Maths question. The maths question should be 20 to 20. So finally, there should be called the function 20 to 20 should be 400. So finally, the by main program, it should be called the main program 20 to 20, it's 400. Okay, that should be the things. Either you not. Okay, I'll move forward. Yes. Next. So normally we are using Python for coding these functions. Okay, for coding purposes, for coding things, we are using Python for using following structure. Okay, what is that? So coding, write down there. We using Python. What is the language we use? We use Python. Okay, Python is a programming language. Okay, in Python, a function has the following structure. In Python, the function has the following structure. What is the structure? The definition, the function name, and there should be have a code in the function. Okay, right there. In the Python, the function has following structure. What are they? The definition, function name, and they are having a code that related to the function. Okay, right there. In the Python, a function has the following structure. So this is the structure of the Python coding. Okay, they are having the definition in the function name, and there should be have code in the function. So normally the keyword def telling the program that to definition of the function. Okay, right there. Write this. The keyword def tell the program that to a definition of function. The keyword the keyword of def is tells the keyword def tells the program that you are defining a function. Okay, the keyword def tells the program that you are defining a function. Okay, it should be mentioned program that you are defining the function. And next thing, actually the function name is identifier. Okay, there you can take any function name, main, void, or something there. Okay, the function name is actually identifier. This is the same as a variable. Identifier has the same rules. Like in the variables, they are having some keyword, something like that. Like there, the identifier has the same rules. What is the this is the same as variable. Identifier has the same rule. For example, it should be must start with the letter and it must be one word. If they are having two words, you can use one underscore between them, not dash. Two words, if they are having the identifier like this, two word, you can put what? Underscore, not dash between them. Okay. So identifier like what? I'm not writing these things. This is a identifier is same as the variable. Okay, just write down quickly. It's okay. Just write down these things. Next topic, next paragraph or next asterisk mark right there. The function name is a identifier. Write quickly. The function name is a identifier. The function name is an identifier. Okay. Function name is also a identifier. Okay. Function name is also a identifier. Okay. This is the same as a variable. This is same as a variable. This is same as a variable. The function name is identifier. This is same as a variable, same like a variable. So identifier has same rules. Okay, this is same as a variable. The identifier has a same rules. No need to write rules right now. It should be starting with what? Capital letter. You starting with capital letter. There are what? No space between the words. It should be one word. Okay, it should be one word. There are no spaces between the words. Okay, so it should be one word. For example, should be started with the capital letters. There are no spaces between the words. Okay, so like 1, 2, 3 is not valid here. 1, 2, 3 not valid because why? 1, 2, 3 is not valid because it is not start what? It is started not with the letter. It should be starting with the letter. You can take L123, that's fine. But 123 it is not valid. And function name, function is not valid because my function, it is not valid. Why? It should be my function not valid. Why? They are having space. You can use a underscore between there. If they are having a name, my function, it is not valid. This my function name is not valid. And also, if you take in that one, you can write like this, my function. Now you can identify there are two words because there are started with the capital one. My one function one, my function like this. This is correct. This is wrong. Clear? Like that one, you have to write the identifiers. Okay. If you want, you can write the examples there. Like the write like this. Examples. 1, 2, 3 is wrong. Write like this. Example. Here 1, 2, 3. Is that correct? Wrong. If I take my 1, 2, 3, my 1, 2, 3, that's right. This is a word. But my function, there's a space. If they are having a space, what happened? It's wrong. If they are having a space, that's wrong. But they are having my function, like the my function. Ah, that's correct. You can use what? You can use a underscore there. Otherwise, you can write like this. My capital F. Same word. There are no space. My function one or my function. That's also correct. Write like this. Example. This 5. 1, 2, 3 is wrong because it is not starting with the letter. It should be starting with the letters. Always identify should be starting with the letters. So 1, 2, 3 is wrong. My 1, 2, 3. My 1, 2, 3. It's correct because it started with the letter. My function it's wrong because they are not having a. They are not having a. But it is not a one word. Should be one word. You can put a. Is you can't put a space there. Okay. So my function that's correct. Here my function it's okay. And here my function one. That's also correct. Right, that one you can write there. Okay, like that one you can write there. Okay, write them as examples. Write this. Write like the examples. Okay, quickly write. Okay, like that one you can write. Okay, so these are the example for what identifiers. Okay, when you define a function, so function name must be followed by opening and the closing brackets and then a colon. No need to write all these because it takes some time. Okay, when you define the function, if you want, you can highlight with your book. Okay, next thing, when you define the function name must be followed by the opening and the closing brackets. Function name always should be followed by the opening and the closing brackets. And next, it should be have a colon. The function name should be opening and the closing brackets. Next, there should be followed the colon like this. The function name after that one, what happened? Opening and closing parentheses brackets, and it should be have a colon double dot. Okay, the code within the function is intended on the next line. After that one, you should be start the code in like here. After writing the function, you can start in coding like this. Is that clear? Okay, first of all, you have to write definition your function, and there should be write a bracket and colon double dot. There should be have bracket and put colon. After colon, you have to write what? The function things. What are they? You should be write the code in. Here. Here should be what? Here the main thing, the function. Here the function with the definition. Here the function. This part should be what? Coded. This part should be coded. Okay. Here the function. This part should be coded. Here it is function. Other part should be what? The coded. Okay. Can you write down these things? Here I will box this one. Write this thing. Write this red color one also. You can see this is function. And next, next line, you have to start the coding. When you code it, there can be have somewhat keyword like print. This is keyword. Don't worry. I will explain what is a keyword. Okay. Here definition my function and write print like that. Okay, we will do some practical. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay, just write down this thing. Okay, each line you have to mention with the coordinate. Each line you have to go with the coordinate. Okay, write down these things. Here are example. Okay, right here. First of all, definition my function. After that, they are having coordinate like that. Okay, right there. Okay, like that one, they are having a function and code. there should be have function. First of all, they are having a function. After that one, they are having a code. They are having function and code. Right, separate the function and code. Function and code. Function and code. Like that one, there should be have function and code. For example, okay, here are example in Python in program value that return the replace in the code. What is that? Here, example one in the program value that is return the replace in the code. What is here the example for Python? Okay, the first thing, my function, it should be return hello. And next, there's a I wanted to print my function there, and there are return the program like that. Okay, we will see in the program the value of return is replace the code. That means I wanted to return, I wanted to print hello. So what is the output there? Here output, what should be there? The final output should be display what is hello. There's a return the word hello. The definition, my function, it should be return hello. It should be return hello. So like that one, here's the first example. Okay, now need to write questions. Just write as a first example. Example one. What is the definition, my function? It is a function name and the return value should be hello. The returning thing is final output. The call function call out. It should be hello. Okay. So final output should be what? Final output should be hello. Okay. Final output should be by calling that one hello. Okay. So according to that one, tell me if I take and print my function. If I take the print my function, what is my function? My function, my function is return hello. My function is return hello. Here, for this thing, look at it. This is something complicated. What is the print my function? What should be the print? My function. Actually, what is my function do? My function do what? My function do return hello. Actually, my function do what? Return hello. Return hello. So output hello. Print the output of hello. So here, what is one output? One output is hello. One output is hello. And next one, this is my program. This is my program. So print, all if they are having a keyword of print, it should be print is someone. Here print my function. What is my function actually? Hello. Print, this is my program. And also it should be it is within the inverted comma. If there are typing within the inverted comma, it should be print. It should be print there. So another thing, there should be print one. This is my program. What is that? It should be print. This is my program. This is my program. Okay, this is my program. Okay, these two things should be there. Okay, what? The first one, definition my function return hello. According to that one, it should be return hello. Okay. My function, it is returning hello. According to that one, here print my function. What is my function? Returning hello. So it should be return hello. And print, this is my program. So this is my program. It should be print. This is my program. So it should be print. This is my program. Only that. Okay, can you write down this boxes part? Okay. This two. Only these two. No need write other things. Write as an example. Only write this rectangular boxes part. Okay, write them. Write only this boxes part. Okay, these two. Only these two. Just write down them. So like here, there should be have some keyword like something like what print word like that one. Okay, so according to that one, they are having some keyword. So you should be following with that keyword, something like what print, or if they are having a print keyword, there should be following up what print is something. If they are having uh, always it can be print what that keyword with the print, and there should be following the okay. So when the following program replace the function called with the return value, so it should be print my function. Otherwise, the function they call my function, it's return hello. So you can what rewrite in a statement with the return value like given below. Okay, like that. Okay, so like that one, you can what using a keyword, you can print something. If you wanted to print function or print something, if you wanted to print something, you can write print within the bracket, within the inverted comma. If you type is something, it's printing. Okay. If you wanted to print a function, you can write function print. No need inverted comma. No need inverted comma. Just write function name like my function or something like that. Clear? That's the difference. If you wanted to print it something, if you wanted to print it something, you have to write within the inverted comma. If you wanted to print some function or something like that, you can just print within the bracket. You can write that. Okay, that's the different. Okay, if you wanted to print hello, you can write within the inverted comma hello. This is my program. Write within the inverted comma. This is my program. Okay, and next thing, example two. You just write that one. We will discuss in the next week. Okay, we will discuss about example two and other practicals in the next week. You are just writing these things. We will discuss about next week. Okay, just write these two, and later on we will discuss about that. Okay, write down. So today I think it takes time. So I will wind down the session for today. We will discuss more example in the Python coding and the other things. What are the functions? What are the keywords? What are the things in the next week? Okay, so it's really important. It will be little complicated the compare previous, but it's really important. So we will discuss on the next day. So I'll wind up for today. So thank you very much for coming all. Okay. So good morning all. Thank you.